Morning.
Morning.
We normally start with the mantra, the camera eats first, but instead the VelociCoaster and Hagrid ate first today, because we literally just had to get up, go and make sure we had these two rides done. They were top of our priority list.
Having not done them before, so...
No, it was just one of our most anticipated things. So we made sure we got them done. So it is now currently...
8:56.
8:56. We've done both. Rope drop Hagrid.
25-minute wait.
Yeah, 25-minute wait straight off the bat.
I don't think we waited. I think we waited probably 20.
Yeah. Can I just say before we get into this, thank God this gimbal has a Steadicam, because the adrenaline running through me, I can't hold my arms still at the moment. Right, so Hagrid's.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so much fun.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was in the carts, you were in the...
Yeah, I was on the
sidecar.
bike. If you're on the bike and you've got quite long legs, you probably want to try and tuck them into the chassis as much as possible, because as you go around the corners there is a little bit of whiplash. It does smash your leg into the side of it, which was lesson learned quite quickly. But no, really, really good. A really fun little coaster, really cool set pieces. Faster than I thought, longer than we thought.
And more launches than I thought.
Yeah.
Like, I really didn't actually know. I've never really watched a proper ride on for that, like properly.
No,
so
no.
it's nice to, again, go in relatively fresh eyes, blind.
Yeah.
Really, really enjoyed it. It was definitely up there.
Right, it's just gone past in the background. Talk to me about VelociCoaster.
Walk on, absolute walk on. So that was great. Didn't have time to get nervous. Loved it. The inversions, the like air time that you get out the seat was so much fun.
Yeah.
The seat's very comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
Again, my head is a rocker on any roller coaster, so I still have a bit of a pain, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I think my body just doesn't react well to roller coasters, but it was so much fun. I think because I was just so adrenaline filled, I didn't see any velociraptors, so I'll have to go on it again and see if I can spot a bit more.
Yeah.
But the loops, the inversions, I loved it.
Yeah, that's obviously following on from the Stardust ride the other day. I haven't done many intense coasters like that, but I absolutely loved that. I thought I would be a little iffy with the hi-hat, but that hi-hat, when you're standing next to it now, isn't actually as high as maybe some of them. It is a hell of a drop though. It's 80 degrees and you feel it, but I genuinely think I spent more time out of my seat than I did in it on that ride. The corkscrew, the slow corkscrew towards the end, the slightly faster corkscrew that goes over the water, just all of it just so good. And those inversions just do not stop coming. They are constant.
To compare it with Stardust, I still think Stardust is more intense personally.
I would agree, but I think as a ride I prefer VelociCoaster,
just
100%.
Just the twist turns and the dynamic of it, I think.
I actually think that VelociCoaster might already be my favourite ride at the park here.
I mean, you're gonna prefer VelociCoaster to Hagrid's, I think.
Yeah. But no, not just
to Hulk.
Oh, to Hulk.
To Hulk.
Yeah.
In terms of roller coasters.
But yeah, so now you can come along on the journey through Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. Lot planned today, just going to try and hit out as many rides as possible. We've got lunch over here on Islands of Adventure at Confisco Grille, which is somewhere we've never eaten before. And then we're returning to one of my favourite restaurants and just a favourite all round in Cowfish for dinner tonight at 8 o'clock. So plenty of time until then. Right, so we're just outside Forbidden Journey at the moment. We're probably going to go on it. I think it's a 10-minute wait. We've kind of been pottering around, pun intended. We have actually gone through Zeus Landing to have a look through there, and then we walked around to Marvel Superhero Island. We went to Spider-Man and just had a look in some of the shops there, but we were just like mucking about, basically just strolling around, trying to figure out what to go on. We don't want to queue too much at the moment. We're just trying to hit some of the smaller rides now that we've obviously hit two of the more intense ones. So we're going to go on Harry Potter now, and then after that we're going to have a little trek over to Universal Studios. The Hogwarts Express is down for maintenance at the moment. It's been down a couple of days. It's due to reopen tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get to go on that tomorrow. But for now we're going to have to walk out the front of the park, walk around to Universal Studios and in the front entrance that way, which is fine. It's not an issue. Other than that, yeah, nothing more to do. We'll try and see if the Berlin Wall bit is still open when we go over that way, as the Hard Rock Cafe is behind Scrim at the moment because of the Rip Ride Rocket, thank you, construction. Before we go on, thoughts on Spider-Man?
I still like Spider-Man. It's a classic. It's showing its age, but if you love Marvel, then you've got to ride it. And it's got all the Stan Lees in there. You know, he pops up multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
We were both saying it felt a lot more.
Yeah, it felt rougher.
Than normal. I don't know if it's because we don't often get to ride in the front seat. So I don't know if that makes any difference, but it felt rough.
We do like those kind of rides.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Transformers over at Universal Studios, so that's why we're going to go over there, and we're also going to try and hit up a couple of the other ones. We haven't ridden the Mummy, which we both love.
No,
we haven't ridden Men in Black yet. You know, there's a lot that we didn't do on that kind of weird floaty day that we had on last Saturday. But yeah, let's see what else we can see. Right, we've just come off Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Posted 10 minutes, it definitely wasn't. It's probably more, God almighty, that glare. It's probably more like 20, 25, I would say. So not ideal, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. As we were walking towards the front of the park, all right, Hagrid, calm down, son. As we were walking towards the front of the park, we noticed that Hogsmeade's back up, so it must have opened a day early. We definitely looked the other day and it said it was going to be down until tomorrow, because we had the conversation of, right, we're going to have to do that on our very last day, on our travel day.
Yeah.
So that's a really nice surprise. So we're actually walking through the queue right now.
And the nice Hogsmeade, the train driver, he said, "Good morning, Miss Weasley."
He did. You got called Weasley earlier, didn't you?
They see red hair, they think Jenny.
I'm going to bring up a bad memory now for Anna, and she's going to get angry at me.
I already know.
We previously got a one-time express pass, and we just and the queue for the for Hogsmeade back in 2018 was quite long. So what we decided to do. What I decided to do was say, right, let's do Express on the Hogwarts Express back because it'll be quicker. We need to get over to the other park. So happy days. Don't do that. Don't do that. We pretty much queued the exact same time that we would have done if we would have just jumped in the normal queue, and we wasted the Express. So
we wasted the Express.
I wasted the Express. So
Never to be repeated.
Don't do that again.
We don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about that. That is the only time we will mention it on this vlog series, and the only time it will be mentioned on any other vlog series pertaining to the fact that we actually like all this footage once we get back and edit it and want to do this again. But yeah, we're going to enjoy our little trip on the Hogwarts Express, bring you along, and we should be back in Universal Studios in around about 15 minutes. One last fun fact before we get on it, and we will show it on screen. I believe the train carriages are called Craig, which has always been something I quite like as a little Easter egg. So as long as it's still the same, which I'm sure it will be, we will show that as part of our...
The update is to remove just those names.
Yeah, that was what the update was. 3 days just to remove the word Craig from every train. Right, so we're just strolling through Universal Studios. We've kind of had a little walk around. Wait times are a little high on some of the rides now, but that's to be expected. Obviously the early rush to Islands of Adventure is over, and people will hop across because they are so close, and obviously you've got the Hogwarts Express that connects the two. We haven't really done an awful lot. We had a little sit down, a little bit of breakfast, getting just a bit hungry before our trip to Confisco Grille later. We've just got off the Mummy. Anna, as good as you remember?
Yeah, love the Mummy. Love Brendan.
You obviously see all the sort of footage of all of the old cast members that were in the Mummy on the videos. Obviously those videos haven't been updated in a long time, so they're all looking nice and sprightly, including The Rock, who was in the Scorpion King.
Yeah, he looked like he was still wearing his roll-neck sweater, and he's about to do that pose standing on the stairs with his chain.
Yeah,
he looked that young, innit?
Yeah, he really did. But you know,
love the Mummy. Hope it never goes away.
Yeah, it's one of those rides that's just good fun, and obviously it has the false ending as well halfway through. I would say it's quite intense for what it is, considering it doesn't have sort of any real massive drops or. You know, there's no inversions in it, but yeah, it's
got some proper airtime on it that time.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's a really good little coaster. Obviously, probably a little bit too intense for most of the kiddies, but that's more the theming than the coaster.
Some Skelly Bobs, Mummies, and obviously.
And fire.
Yeah, lots of fire.
So yeah, we're going to head over to Men in Black now, have a ride on that. Another one that's rumoured all the time to potentially go, but it's still here, so we'll take advantage and go from there. So we're just walking through the Cat Lady at Crooked Lane scare zone during the day, just to try and see what else we can see, since there's not a lot to kind of film at.
Pickles, Puppet Buster, all these they've got little pictures of them, little cat graves.
Socks.
Christy. Look how fat Christy's face is. Meh.
It's kind of interesting to look at it up close because you can see the stuff that you miss during the day. There's a kitty cat. You kitty cat. So if you're maybe too scared to go to Halloween Horror Nights, so it's not your vibe or something, then just walking through some of the scare zones during the day is probably a good idea. The scare zone here, which is between Simpsons and where Mel's drive-in is probably one of the scare zones that is probably most left out, if that makes sense. So you're able to kind of walk through it quite easily. I know that when we were here a few years ago, it was
the swamp.
It was a swamp one, yeah. And you're able to kind of get up close to a lot of the scare zone stuff. This tends to be the most sort of encompassing scare zone. So yeah, you can really sort of have a look around at some of the little bits and the theming.
Welcome, freedom fighters. My name is Optimus Prime. This is Bumblebee. We are autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cybertron, but you can call us Autobots for short.
So just making the trek back to Islands of Adventure. It's not actually that far when you cut across the front of the Hard Rock and Toothsomes. As you would have seen, we've just been behind Hard Rock just to show you guys where you can find that piece of the Berlin Wall. But because of all the construction walls up, it's a little bit of a windy road at the moment.
You wouldn't know that it's still open.
No, you probably wouldn't.
Get back there, but you can.
To be fair, I missed it on the first time that we walked around there. So yeah, we're just about to come back into Islands of Adventure after being over in Universal Studios for a little bit. We went on
we're on Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Yeah.
The ride itself is getting a bit tired,
Yeah.
I think, and I think that they could use that space better. As you're walking through the queue, only like a third of it is, maybe even less, is actual Men in Black merch, and now they've got Dragon Ball Z merch and other things in there. So I don't know. Maybe it's a bit cynical of me, a bit contradictory to say that the Mummy fits perfectly, but Men in Black doesn't. But I think that the Mummy ride is much better. It's much better. I just feel like maybe with the advances in technology, when it comes to shooting galleries at games now, maybe Men in Black needs an overhaul or an overlay.
Yeah.
And then we did Transformers, which was good fun.
Yeah.
I do like Transformers. It's always good. It's just it's an entertaining ride.
It's action packed.
Yeah, it throws you about a bit. If you like Transformers, I watched the cartoon as a kid. If you like the films, then you'll enjoy it. That was posted as a 25-minute wait. And I think
so.
And I think it probably was around that.
I'd say about 15.
Yeah. We've been quite lucky with the wait times today so far. But now we're going to head on back into Islands of Adventure and head to Confisco Grille for some lunch. I don't know about you, I'm starving.
Yeah, all we've had is a couple of cereal bars and I had an apple.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do with some lunch now.
Yep. So let's grab some food. So food's arrived. I've got the penne alla vodka, so grilled Italian sausage, Catamala olives, blistered cherry tomatoes, and crispy pepperoncini, toasted in a light tomato vodka cream sauce, and it looks pretty good. Lots of olives, lots of all the good stuff in there. And Anna has got the pad thai, so rice noodles, mixed vegetables, bean sprouts in a house-made peanut sauce, which is actually a vegan peanut sauce and has crispy tofu because it's the vegan equivalent. If you wanted to get the meat version of this, it comes with chicken and shrimp. So our server showed us a few things. So this sort of plane thing over here is the first character that Universal ever created. There's a few other sort of trinkets from around Islands of Adventure. Down here you've got Rocky and Bullwinkle, which obviously is a Universal cartoon that was shown. Directly above us you've got an anchor, which apparently is a reference to Jaws, and then just next to that, you can't really see it because right under it is a Triceratops, which is obviously a reference to Jurassic Park. One of the other things that he did say is that Confisco is confiscated, so these are all items that they've confiscated from around the park, I guess, and even further afield with the fact that they've got the anchor from Jaws up there. And also that the menu is made up from different dishes from around the park, essentially, so it's confiscated dishes that they've stolen from other parts. So Anna's Pad Thai is actually based on the Pad Thai that is at Mythos, obviously a different kitchen, different chef, so a different way of cooking it. So just like that, we're on the road again. Let's start off with the poor planning by Craig.
I was not on the planning committee.
You were not, I know. I do tend to take care of all the planning and reservations and organisation and stuff.
He loves a spreadsheet.
Yeah. So when I booked Confisco Grille for 2 p.m, I kind of didn't take into account the fact that we might be rope dropping Islands of Adventure and then going across to Universal Studios, and then that Universal Studios is closing earlier than Islands of Adventure. So we're now walking back to Universal Studios after our meal at Confisco Grille.
It's more steps, it's fine.
Yeah, it's more steps to work off everything. Obviously, you do like 20. If you do 20,000 steps, you pretty much just negate 90% of the stuff that you eat on that day.
Debatable, depends on how much you eat in one day.
Nah, it's fine. You can eat as much as you want. Don't listen to her. Do what you want. Confisco Grille, what did you think?
It was nice, very, very big portions. I had the Pad Thai. It was massive. I think obviously because it was normally you would have the normal peanut sauce. It was a vegan peanut sauce, so it was a lot more creamier than your normal Pad Thai.
Yeah.
So with creamy sauces, again, they can tend to be a bit rich towards the end. So it got quite filling quite quick. But it still had a lot of flavour. The peanuts still came through very strong.
The peanuts that vegans are allowed, yeah?
Craig was like, oh, he had a bit. Went, oh, the peanuts still really come through strongly. And I looked at him and he was like, yeah, vegans can have peanuts, can't they? It's not like...
Yeah, complete brain fart on my account. I suppose it's just because they say vegan peanut sauce.
Yeah, you just assumed it wasn't made with real peanuts.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah, it was nice. It was just very big portion, more than I could manage. But yeah, it was still enjoyable. I also had a mango lassi to drink as well. I don't think we showed that on camera.
No, we didn't.
After the one we had in Epcot the other day, I was on a real
lassi.
Lassi train, and I saw it on the menu. I was like, I normally just have a water or a fountain beverage. I might treat myself to a little lassi, and that was very enjoyable.
Super sweet. I had a little bit of it. It was very, very sweet. Much sweeter than the one we had at Epcot.
Yeah, it didn't have any chunks. I mean, it did have a bit of mango on the side, but
yeah,
that was just dressing.
How
was yours?
Yeah, mine was good. It was, penne pesto in a vodka sauce with some sausage in there. It
looked very saucy from where I was.
It was very rich as well. The pepperoncini that was fried gave it a little bit of a slight difference in texture that was actually really what it needed, because it was very it was very kind of soft in texture, and that just gave it
overcooked.
Yeah, a little bit. So it just needed a bit of a crunch to it, and that gave it that. Overall, I give it probably a solid 7 out of 10. Our server was really good as well. Shout out to the server. He was nice lad talking about football at the end of it. Yes. But yeah, we are now back at Universal Studios, a nice little sprightly walk, and we'll see what we get up to. just come out of the Bourne Stuntacular. I went in that really wanting to not dislike it, but just with a little bit of a grudge, because I love T2 and I love the Terminator 2 show and just everything like that. But I loved it.
I thought it was so impressive. I've never seen anything like that.
No, it's almost like a live moving set with the screen quality.
I genuinely, at times, I wasn't sure what was a prop and what was the screen.
Yeah, really
so clever,
good.
and the way that it just transforms and you move, it moves.
Yeah,
it was so clever.
I know we saw a couple of shows yesterday, which are epic, which are more geared towards like stage shows. This is more of obviously a stunt show.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best stunt shows I've ever seen.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
Phenomenal. And it used the same technology that they used yesterday with the Untrainable Dragon, where you had something going above and over your head. Just really clever. Water effects, wind effects, fire.
I wasn't expecting to get wet.
No, just
not scared me, but startled me.
It was one of those shows where once it got going, you just watched and you couldn't take your eyes off of it. Honestly.
Was it around last time we were here? I know we've never seen it before.
No, it wasn't. So Terminator 2, I can't remember if we watched that in 2018 or it closed.
I think it was a blank space. I don't think there was an option when we were last here, so that's obviously why we've never seen it before.
And it's a good option. I
would highly recommend taking the time to see it. Yeah, it is a weird franchise in a way, because the Bourne films are obviously finished and it's come out after all the Bourne films have finished. But as a stage show, incredible, just very good. I think I'd like to go home and watch them actually.
Yeah, and maybe that's the appeal. Maybe that's the draw. Watch this and then go. Actually, we're going to go and watch the films. Right, I can't stop yawning. I haven't had a caffeinated beverage today, so it might have to be done at some point. But for now, we'll see in a bit. So Universal Studios is now officially closed. So we are fighting our way through the HHN crowds as they start to descend upon the park, with HHN officially starting in about an hour's time. However, it is 5 o'clock, which means that in 15 minutes time.
Yeah.
Was it 5:15 Fallout?
Yeah.
Yeah. So within the space of 15 minutes, the first houses are going to be open. I would be completely and utterly lying if I didn't say that I was completely jealous of everyone walking past us.
Craig's talking about next year already.
Yeah, the amount of times Anna said something and I'm like, so when we come next year, that could happen.
We did thoroughly enjoy it enough to come back. Obviously, we have no idea of any houses that there'll be. But it was just such a good experience. I think
the thing that I'm thinking about, the thing I'm thinking about with next year is that it's going to be HHN 35. It's an anniversary year, so they're probably going to do something. From all intensive purposes, I think people were kind of quietly hopeful that Jack the Clown will be back next year. As much as this year was fun and there was El Artista, I don't think there was an official Halloween Horror Nights icon this year.
No.
So it would be nice to come back and actually experience one of the original icons of the park and the event, I guess. I think it also would give us more time or more of an opportunity to plan better, because we've experienced, we know what's happening. I think those first couple of hours when we were in the park, we were a little bit overawed by everything. So we're being kicked out of the park as per the announcement that's going on. So we're going to make our way. We were going to get the Hogwarts Express. However, that is a 90-minute wait, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not a great use of our time when we can just walk across to the other park within the space of 10 minutes. So we will be back tomorrow, obviously, to just tidy up a few loose ends in the park. I don't really think there's anything that we haven't done that we really want to do, but we might as well use the morning wisely, seeing as our flight isn't until 9 o'clock. So it's not goodbye for now at the moment, it's until next time. Is it weird that I'd be half tempted to do the Stuntacular again?
It was good fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, we will see you in Islands of Adventure.
Oh boy, don't let her see that. She's gonna think it's one of hers. All right. Good girl. Who's the hungry girl? Who's the hungriest girl? It's Blue. Yeah. Oh. Oh boy. She's right. Yeah, she is. She's right there. We're gonna just try and reinforce things a little bit. So what you need to do is just like reinforce with her that you're not food, okay? So try and be firm but not aggressive. Try and be strong but not too weak. Just, you know, ride the middle ground in all things and just let her know you're not food. It's gonna go, God! It did not go great.
So today's been a little back and forth with some maybe stranger experiences than we thought we were going to end up doing today. I don't think Bourne was on the cards, and Meet and Blue definitely wasn't on the cards. However, after yesterday's Toothless meet and greet, we saw that the Blue meet and greet was a very short sort of wait and a small queue, so decided to queue up and get that done, and it was good fun. The raptor handler did tell me not to tell Blue that I had a raptor claw tattoo, because she might think it's one of hers and eat it. But that was good fun.
Yeah. The team member was particularly funny. She gave everyone a good experience and was on the ball with jokes and like watching all the other families go through. She's very good.
It's definitely not as long or
yeah, you don't spend as much time with her as you do Toothless.
No, it's not. Yeah,
so it's not so much of an experience.
Yeah, it's a meet and greet more than an interaction, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
So you still get a little bit of an interaction, and obviously Blue still tries to eat you, but it was it was good fun and something a bit different that we've never done before. So happy days. Other than that, we rode Kong Skull Island.
Walk-on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a pure walk-on. I forget how dark the queue is and sort of scary in concept that is, and then also like how similar it is to Fast and Furious.
Yeah, the queue has given me flashbacks of when we came with Craig's family, and it was a particularly longer queue, and their team members were doing like jump scares through the holes.
Yes.
And I was so paranoid that was going to happen again.
But yeah, I think if you gave me the opportunity to go on that or Fast and Furious, I would always choose Kong. However, I wouldn't queue for more than what we did, which was a walk-on. The only thing for me that's genuinely worth riding that for is the animatronic at the end, which, from recency bias, is actually bigger than the animatronic that we won't name what it is for spoiler reasons on Ministry of Magic.
Ministry of Magic. Yeah, I forgot how bloody big he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. So yeah, but other than that, it was just a case of grabbing a few bits of merch that we've been after, and that was it. So yeah, so we're now going to walk over to Cowfish and see if we can check in slightly earlier. We have moved our reservation forward an hour just because of the fact that we know we've got to pack tonight and we still need to go to Walmart and pick up a few things. But yeah, the next time you see us will be in Cowfish.
Okay, so we're at our dinner reservation in Cowfish. We've been here a few times, really enjoy it. In terms of what we've ordered, last time we were here, I made a slight amendment to a sushi dish. I asked the server if that was possible again today, and he said, that's fine as long as it's nothing too crazy, like swapping out a major ingredient for something completely off the wall. So I've gone for the tree hugger, which normally has shiitake mushrooms, fried portobello mushrooms, red pepper, cucumber, red onion, basil, wasabi yuzu dipping sauce. I'm the worst vegetarian in the world because I hate mushrooms. I have hated them since I was a kid. I've tried them growing up as an adult, still can't get on board. So I've asked to take out all the mushrooms and just replace that with cream cheese, which seems really simple. It's basically cream cheese and vegetable sushi, but it's brilliant and it works for me and I love it. So don't come at me.
Right, sorry, I'm going to look at my phone in front of me here. So normally I would go with the Mark's roll, which is premium tuna, jalapeno, cream cheese, cani, scallions. It's then coated with panko, flash fried with Japanese mayo, sriracha and ponzu dipping sauce. However, I asked the recommendation of the server because I always do that. I always like to know what the people who work here, when they come here to eat, what they recommend. So I gave him 3 options on the burger menu, and he recommended his favourite, which was the jalapeno popper showstopper. Get ready for jalapenos. Jalapeno infused cream cheese with jalapeno bacon, fried jalapenos, jalapeno citrus aioli, lettuce, tomato, fresh sliced jalapenos, and a burger inside a brioche bun with fries. My guts are either going to hate me or this is going to be absolutely fine, but that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mentions of jalapeno in different ingredients in this burger. So
Pray for me.
Pray for Anna tonight. There might be fallout in the hotel room. I'm going to try this monstrosity. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to put this down once I start eating it, because you always get those kind of burgers where it just goes. So, oh god, that is really spicy but really nice. That is very nice but very, very messy, and I think I'm going to have to eat that with a knife and fork because the bottom bun has completely just disintegrated. I asked for the burger medium rare. It's cooked very well. I'm not going to show you it because it looks an absolute monstrosity over there right now. Considering how many jalapeno elements there are in there, it's not overly spicy. There is the heat. The cream cheese is so nice, the jalapeno cream cheese. The bacon's probably just a little bit crispy for me, but I'm not a super crispy bacon person. Yeah, really, really good burger, really, really tasty. I know I've had a lot of burgers on this trip, and they all kind of meld into one a little bit, but this is definitely one of the nicer patties that I've had, and it's really thick as well. So yeah, really, really impressed. Right, it's a few hours later. We came back up to the room, dropped some stuff off and went to Walmart to pick up a few snacky bits, which we'll show you when we get back home on Sunday, so next week's vlog. We did pick up a few bits in the stores in Universal. So I did get some peppermint frogs from Honey Dukes because I'm obsessed with mint chocolate and they are some of the nicest I've had. We also picked up the Terrifier Halloween Horror Nights mug because we wanted to make sure we had some Terrifier merch that featured the arch in the background and everything. You'll be able to see it when I insert the footage here. And then we each got a coaster, or Anna got 2 coasters, I got 1 coaster. I picked up a Jason Voorhees one from the Halloween Horror Nights range, which is quite nice. And you got...
Yeah, mine went part of the Halloween Horror Nights. I went back to, you might have seen in the previous vlog, I went back to the sort of Hello Kitty store and got the mashup ones with Hello Kitty and Jaws and Hello Kitty and E.T. Yeah, both different coasters, one for my office, one probably for our downstairs. I just thought they were both adorable.
Yep, and then I think we just spent around just over $100 in Walmart, and then I picked up a couple of extra things from Target because we went to fill the car up because we have to give that back full tomorrow. Other than that, we need to pack and go to sleep because we're up early to drop the bags off downstairs at luggage services, put the rest of the stuff, the hand luggage, into the car so that's ready to go, and then head to Islands of Adventure for early entry for our last half park day before we head off back to Terminal C at MCO. We were talking about this earlier. It's been a long 2 weeks. Like, a lot of the times, the time just flies so quickly that you've barely been given a chance to think. But the travel day seems like a million years ago. It really does.
Yeah, it's felt like 2 weeks. I don't feel like it's, although it's been loads of fun, and just thinking back, it's just all the things that we have done. It's been amazing. It does obviously at the end of a holiday you're always a little bit gutted that it's over, but it has felt like a good 2 weeks, and I think we are ready to go home.
Other than that, there's not really much to say. Dinner at Cowfish.
Yeah, no, mine was. I know I didn't film mine on camera eating because sushi is a little bit hard to.
Yes, but it's hard to eat with dignity, isn't it?
you kind of just have to. Go straight in. But it was very nice. I know it's just cream cheese and vegetables, but that's my favourite kind of sushi. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of actual raw fish. But I enjoyed it. I'd certainly have it again. It definitely hit the spot. Give it a good 8.5.
Yeah, I'd probably give mine an 8 out of 10. That jalapeno concoction of multiple jalapeno things definitely got hotter and hotter as it went on, and it also got so difficult that I did have to eat the burger with a knife and fork because the bottom bun was just so soggy. I think that's one of the downsides of having a medium rare burger as opposed to back home back in the day when it was you got your burger and it was done sort of thing. Is that bun integrity tends to waver a little bit, and obviously a lot of the American restaurants will put the salad on the bottom as well rather than on the top, especially the lettuce, and the lettuce tends to be quite wet, so that also doesn't help. But still a very, very, very nice. We had a really good server as well. We've been to Cowfish before and it's taken forever to get served and forever to get your food and everything, but this one was actually relatively quick. I was quite impressed with how easy it was kind of in and out there.
Yeah, it was good service tonight.
But we're going to sign off because we've got to do packing and you don't need to see that. That's boring content. That's just stuff we have to do. So next week's vlog will be our last. It will be a morning of Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure and then travel home. If you're still watching the series, we really do appreciate it, as always. Just like, comment, subscribe if you aren't already. Follow us on Instagram @The Inked Explorers, and we will see you next week.